is this book worth our time? Number one, Phil Jackson led his NBA teams to 11 championships. He stands alone at the top. He has proven his leadership capabilities. Have you read anything about leading NBA players? They're not always easy to lead. And he's done it. Number two, though the book is primarily narrative and chronological, he weaves wisdom and insight from a vast array of arenas throughout the book. He is a genuine lifelong learner, and his ability to learn and share what he has learned is worth our time. Let me just say something. I don't think I've ever read anybody who has read as many books, this is key, and implemented what he read. That's really something. And this guy has done that. Number three, it's fun. It's a fun book to read. If you like sports at all, if you like basketball at all, it's a fun book to read. Number four, Phil Jackson understands that you lead people. Real, live, living, very different people. Because of his deep understanding of this, we learned that the soul of success, that is the subtitle of the book. The soul of success has a lot to do with the inner person, the soul of the person. Number 7. This is an important quote. I put a few in bold. The rules change when you move from one culture to another. That's why the so-called universal principles that appear in most leadership textbooks rarely hold up. You need to find the levers that are appropriate for that particular stage in the group's development. I told a friend of mine yesterday about this book. Here's what I said. I said Phil Jackson coached each player differently. He coached each team differently. He coached each year differently. And he coached each third of each year differently. And so that's really an important insight to understand about Phil Jackson. Turn to page 3. Look at number 14. This is the line of the book. I learned to dial back my ego and distribute power as widely as possible without surrendering final authority. Paradoxically, this approach strengthened my effectiveness because it freed me to focus on, here's the line, my job as keeper of the team's vision. That's the job of a leader, to keep the vision of the entity. That's a great line. All right? Number 17, he said, I would begin every season this way. This is really profound. I'd ask the players to commit to being coached that season, saying, God has ordained me to coach you young men, and I embrace the role I've been given. If you wish to accept the game I embrace and follow my coaching as a sign of your commitment, step across the line. He has them do something physical and tangible that says, I will accept your coaching. Number 20, sometimes no matter how nice a guy you are, you're going to have to be an asshole. You can't be a coach if you need to be liked. That's a pretty strong line. Turn to page 4. Now, I forget the literary term for this. I've got to relearn this. But every chapter begins with a quote. I love that process of writing. Look at number 25. This is a great insight. The greatest carver does the least cutting. Lao Tzu. Ooh, I like that. And I wish I could tell you all of the things he did. He would use music, he would use movie clips, he would use props, he would use rituals. One time he made the team practice in the dark. Other times he makes the team practice without saying a word. He's really creative in the way he coaches. 5 takeaways. If you're a leader, treat each person differently. Fair, everybody fair, but differently because people are different. Number 2, pay attention to the inner life because the inner life shapes the outer life. Number 3, seek to make a difference in the soul of the people around you, especially the people you lead. Number 4, read widely. Read a lot. And learn and implement from what you've read. And number 5, help people aim high, very high. At first glance, it's a narrative sports book. At second glance, it's a deep leadership management training book. It's terrific. Phil Jackson, 11 Rings, The Soul of Success. Hope you found this useful. Thank you very much.